My beloved child, stop for a moment. Do not scroll away from this sound. The noise of the world is aggressive. And heaven aligned time itself to bring your spirit to this exact intersection today because your soul desperately needs to hear my voice. This is a divine appointment. You did not arrive here by accident. You are meant to be here. Give me your attention. I promise you will not regret staying. The digital space is filled with chaos, but my words bring absolute clarity to your mind because I am shifting the atmosphere around your life right now at my supreme command. You can feel the change. Your spirit knows my presence. You are safe with me. I speak to you now. This morning hour is sacred. Your heart is incredibly heavy. You are running on empty strength while the constant pressure of survival is crushing your peace before you even open your eyes to face the day. Your shoulders are tight. The weight is real. You cannot carry this alone anymore. You fight in absolute silence. You smile for other people. You act like everything is perfect. And inside the secret chambers of your heart, you are quietly breaking into pieces because nobody around you understands the true depth of your exhaustion. You carry them all. You hold the line. You bleed without a sound. They think you are unbreakable. They come to you for shelter. Your house depends on your strength. But you are secretly crying out for a protector who can carry your own heavy burden during the storm. Hear my response today. I am stepping into the field. The battle is mine. I will protect you. The adversary is watching you. He hates your calling. He sees your inner light. And because he is terrified of your great destiny, he launched a hidden campaign to crush your hope before you can reach the finish line. He wants you to quit. He wants you to fail. He wants you to forget my promise. He whispers lies at night. He traps your mind in fear. He tells you that your prayers are completely useless. He wants you to accept defeat as your permanent identity, but I am exposing his desperate strategy right now. Look at my face. Listen to my truth. Reject his dark whispers immediately. Lift up your eyes. Your rescue is here today. I have authorized a massive heavenly intervention for your household. The warfare is no longer yours to fight with your limited human resources, because my power is taking total control of the situation. Stand still. Drop your weapons. Let me handle the fight. Let us seal this agreement. Your victory begins right now. The old cycle is finished. Like this video as a physical act of prophetic alignment with my throne, because your obedience activates the angelic hosts assigned to your rescue. The enemy must retreat. His time is up. The decree is signed. Write your declaration below. Type the words, "I am not alone," in the comments section. Do not let distractions steal this sanctuary. The adversary wants you to rush past this urgent warning because he knows that your public agreement with my voice destroys his authority. Stay right here. Focus on my words. Write it with bold faith. Let the phrase echo through the dark. Your voice is a weapon. When you announce your trust in my presence, the chains holding your breakthrough begin to tremble because the foundation of your old prison cannot stand against my word. The doors are shaking. The walls are falling down. You asked me many questions. You wondered why the answers were delayed. You felt completely abandoned in the dark. But what you called a painful delay was actually my sovereign protection, shielding your life from hidden traps that you could not see. I was guarding you. I was keeping you safe from ruin. I am opening a loop. A great revelation is coming. Your understanding will change today. Before this message concludes, I will explain the exact reason behind every closed door, because I want you to see that my silence was a shield of deep love. You are not rejected. You are being prepared for glory. The enemy targeted your stability. He brought confusion into your home. He wanted to make you weary. He wanted you to voluntarily drop your shield of faith before you could realize your true power. But I have prayed for you. Your endurance will win. You will stand tall at the end of the storm. This morning prayer is your line. The constant bleeding stops now. The devourer is strictly forbidden from touching your life. I am drawing a holy boundary in the sand, because the harvest I grew in your wilderness is finally ready for your arms. The waiting is over. Your breakthrough is arriving today. Breathe deeply right now. Let your physical neck relax. My spirit brings supernatural calm. You do not have to figure out the future all at once, because I am guiding your steps with absolute precision through the fog. Trust my rhythm. Follow my light. I will never let you stumble into darkness. You are my chosen weapon. The trials did not destroy you. They refined your character. They burned away the old dependencies that were keeping you small while my hand was shaping your spirit into a glorious vessel of honor. You are rising now. You are strong. You are ready for the palace. The world called you a failure. Your peers advanced past your position. You remained stuck in the shadows. But I do not measure your progress by human standards, because I was hiding your life on purpose until your spiritual muscles were fully ready. Your time has arrived. Step into the light. The adversary fears your prayers. He trembles at your stance. A weary warrior who praises me is completely unstoppable. Your broken whispers are the most potent fragrance in my heavenly temple, because your faithfulness in the dark proves the reality of your love. I record your tears. I count your steps. None of your pain was wasted. Every valley of weeping is turning into a well. Your restoration will be highly visible. The very people who predicted your total downfall will watch you walk into an overflow of blessing because I am preparing a table before your enemies. You will triumph. You will inherit the land. Listen to my next instruction. Do not look away yet. This morning moment is sacred. I am resetting your mind right now because I want to clear away the clutter of anxiety that suffocated your pure intuition for many years. Peace is yours. Clarity is returning. Prepare your heart for the deep waters. You are entering a phase of total victory. This breakthrough will not come by your human striving. My spirit is moving in the background. I am aligning the hearts of strangers to favor your cause, while my angels unlock resources that were previously sealed. Expect the miracle. Watch the doors swing open wide. The morning sun is rising. The light is breaking through. The darkness must flee immediately. Your family will see the tangible fruits of your endurance because the chains of generational misfortune that bound your ancestors are shattering into dust today. The curse is broken. The blessing is yours. Do not look back with regret. The past is fully covered. My grace is completely sufficient. The old mistakes you made in your exhaustion cannot derail the plan I wrote before the foundation of the world, because your destiny is anchored in my unchangeable love. I have already forgotten your failures. Now that you have stopped your frantic running, let me draw even closer to you. The urgency of my warning was necessary to capture your attention in this noisy world. Good. You stayed with me. Now, I am shifting my tone to speak directly to the parts of your soul that are most broken and tired. Let me hold you. Come closer to me now, my precious child, and let me speak softly to the deepest parts of your weary spirit. I know how much noise you have endured today. The world demands your constant production. It expects you to be a rock, but I see the fragile clay beneath the armor. You can rest your guard here. I saw you in the dark hours of the midnight watch. You thought the entire household was fast asleep. I watched you walk slowly to the bathroom. You turned on the water because you wanted to drown out the sound of your crying. You pressed your face into a soft towel so nobody would hear your broken breath. I was there. Do you feel that specific tightness behind your sternum right now? That heavy knot sits there like an unwelcome guest, refusing to lift, no matter how much you sleep or how hard you try to distract your mind. You called it anxiety. You thought it was weakness, but I see the accumulated weight of 1,000 unsaid words. You sit at the table with the people you love. You laugh at their joys. You listen to their many problems. And yet, inside your chest, you feel as though you are the most alone person on this earth because nobody asks how you are holding up. You have become a professional caretaker. You hide yourself completely. I saw you when you collapsed on the edge of your bed after a long day of making things easy for everyone else. I saw you when you stared blankly at the wall, wondering if this constant grinding is all that life has left for your spirit. I saw you when you wanted to run away but stayed because they need your support. I know the secret terror that grips your heart when you think about the upcoming financial season. You look at the rising bills, you count the dwindling resources, and you wonder how you will keep the roof over the heads of those who depend on your daily labor. You feel completely cornered by the dark circumstances. You carry the financial burdens of your home. You carry the emotional stability of your friends. You absorb their negative energy like a sponge, leaving your own cup completely empty at the end of every single week. You are a giver with pure intentions, but your spiritual well has run totally dry. You look into the mirror and look at the tired lines around your eyes. You remember the dreams you held 10 years ago, and you wonder where they vanished in the fog of endless responsibilities. You feel like a ghost inhabiting a life you did not choose, executing tasks without any joyful passion. I have watched you replay old conversations in your head, searching frantically for the one wrong thing you might have said. You accomplish something great at work, but you feel absolutely nothing inside because your critical eyes go straight to the next unfinished task. You cannot appreciate your own amazing progress. You have called this perfectionism. You told yourself you just have incredibly high standards. You believe that you must push harder to deserve your place in this world. My beloved child, that is a lie from the adversary, and I am here to dismantle that heavy deception right now before it destroys your mental health. Let me reveal the truth of what is happening under the surface of your life. Long ago, in an early chapter of your story, you learned a dangerous lesson. You learned that love had to be earned through constant performance. You believed you were only safe when you were useful. I call this condition the earning wound. So all those years you thought you were lazy when you rested, you were not lazy. You were simply guarding a deep scar. All those times you rejected a sincere compliment, you were not practicing holy humility. You were living out of a fracture that told you your independent existence was not enough for my love. Tonight, when that familiar emptiness knocks on your door, I want you to change your response completely. Stop performing for validation. Place your hands over your physical heart, close your eyes, and listen to my voice. You were deeply loved before you ever achieved a single thing in this earthly realm. Receive my grace. You do not need to earn your breath. You do not need to justify your space in my house. Your broken fragments are beautiful to me. Let us stamp this validation into reality right now, so your spirit can officially begin the release process. Do not let your pride stop you from responding to my gentle call. Like this video as an act of absolute surrender, and leave a testimony in the comments section today. Type the words, "You see me," to signal your agreement with my observations. This is not a meaningless comment. This is a holy register of your brokenness being exposed to my healing light. Let it break the shell. When you write those words, you are telling the enemy that his secrecy has failed. He thrives when you hide your wounds in isolation. He wants you to believe that your specific battle is unique, that nobody could ever understand your chaos, and that even your Creator has turned his back on your persistent prayers. But my presence is closer than the very oxygen you breathe into your lungs. I am not standing at a distance, judging your failures or counting your flaws. I am weeping with you in the trenches. I am holding your hand when it shakes with fear. Every single tear you shed is collected in my bottle. I know how many times you have looked at others who do not follow my path, watching them prosper while you face trial after trial. You have asked me why your path must be so rocky. You wondered if your obedience was a total waste of time. I heard those desperate thoughts. I am not offended by your questions. You have wondered if there is a generational flaw inside your bloodline. You see your parents fight the same battles of lack, and you see your siblings struggle with the same mental heaviness. You secretly fear that your own children will inherit the same cycle of sorrow that has defined your own difficult existence. You have given your money to people who defrauded you. You have poured your precious love into hands that dropped it without a second thought. You were betrayed by the very family members you sacrificed your youth to protect. The sting of that terrible injustice still burns inside your chest like fire. They took your kindness for granted. They assumed that because you never complained, you never hurt. They treated your silent sacrifices as an endless entitlement, never offering a single word of genuine appreciation. Your human heart has grown bitter under the weight of their systematic neglect. I saw that betrayal clearly. I watched them walk away with your treasure, laughing while you sat in the dust of ruin. They thought they stole your future, but they did not realize that I am the source of your supply. What they took was just a drop. I am the ocean, and my storehouses are completely full. You thought you were walking through a graveyard, But you were actually walking through a greenhouse. I allowed the stripping because I am preparing your hands for a weight of glory that your old baseline could never support. I have been orchestrating a divine solution for your empty, exhausted vessel. My child, I need you to hear this next truth clearly. The silence you have experienced in this wilderness is not my absence. The adversary has been filling the space between us with a heavy static noise. This constant clutter has made my arrangements invisible to you, even when they were right on your path. I have not abandoned you to this exhaustion. I have been preparing your rescue in the background, and I have guided a dedicated servant to bring you an instrument of restoration that will clear the enemy static completely. I will show you exactly where it rests before this message ends. Stay with me. But before I hand you that key, you must understand the wider architecture of the war you are fighting. You must see why the closed doors were necessary for your survival. Do not rush away from my presence now. The next revelation will completely reframe every single scar on your beautiful soul. Before I show you what comes next, I need to speak directly to the deep doubt sitting quietly in your heart. You are thinking about all those prayers that seem to hit a solid ceiling. You wonder if I was even listening to your desperate cries. My beloved child, that question does not anger me at all. It tells me how long you have been faithful in the dark wilderness. Let me answer your questions plainly right now. My silence during those long years was never my actual absence from your life. There were many answers that I purposely withheld because a sudden yes in that raw season would have cost you everything. I was not ignoring your broken spirit. I was protecting you from a dangerous trap. You looked at your life and called the long waiting a total failure. You believed you were falling behind your peers. But I want you to understand the hidden mechanism of my divine timing. I am changing the entire foundation of your reality today. Listen carefully, because what I am about to reveal will completely shift your heavy heart. What you perceived as a painful rejection was actually my holy shield, blocking a massive disaster that you could not see. I call this mechanism the protective delay. It is a precise law of my heavenly kingdom. Not a punishment, but a sacred preparation. Not an eternal ending, but my ultimate protection over your future. Remember what I named this concept today, the protective delay. It was never a sign of my cosmic abandonment. Think about a young man named David, who was anointed to be a great king over my chosen people. He did not go straight to the royal palace after his holy anointing, because his road led him into the desert. King Saul hunted him like a common criminal through the rocky wilderness. David did nothing wrong. He served his country with absolute faithfulness. Yet he found himself trapped inside a dark, lonely cave while his vicious enemies circled outside the entrance. He felt completely isolated from the rest of the world. He poured out his raw fears directly onto the pages of his prayers. He asked me why the darkness was so thick. He wondered if his great destiny had expired inside that cold stone prison. But I was not absent from his suffering. I was recording his heavy tears. I was shaping his kingly character. The cave was not his final grave. It was his ultimate preparation room. I was building a deep authority inside his soul that no earthly throne could ever manufacture. He learned to call me his true refuge when everything else collapsed around his feet. He came out of that dark cave ready to rule. My child, the hidden cave you are sitting in right now carries my distinct fingerprints on every single wall. I did not place your fragile spirit here to abandon you to ruin. I am using this forced isolation to remove the loud noise of the crowd so you can finally hear my quiet promptings again. Your current wilderness is the precise shaping ground for the spiritual leader you are destined to become. The attacks came because the enemy saw your rising light. He wanted to destroy your confidence before you could realize your full strength. But his dark strategy has completely failed against my sovereign decree. Let us anchor this new understanding inside your mind right now. Do not let the heavy memories of past disappointment close your heart to the new thing I am doing today. Take a deep breath. Let your tired mind find rest. It is time to release your anxiety and accept my master schedule. Like this video as a beautiful sign of your total trust. Go down to the comments section right now. Type the phrase, "I trust your timing," to seal this shift in the unseen realm. This simple act of obedience activates a fresh wave of divine peace across your entire household because you are honoring my rhythm. When you write those words, you are telling the enemy that his lies have lost all authority over your thoughts. You are choosing my truth over your panic. You are announcing to the heavenly hosts that you are ready to let go of your personal control. Rest in my supreme wisdom today. Now let me share a deep mystery about the way I created your physical being. When I designed the human mind at the very beginning of creation, I placed a sacred frequency at its absolute center. Wise scientists who spend their whole lives studying the brain have recently found it. They call it the gamma wave. This holy signal ran freely inside your mind when you were a little child. It operated without any hard effort. It functioned without any strict discipline. It is the exact reason why children learn so quickly. It is why they trust so purely. It is why they live completely in the present moment. I designed your physical vessel to carry this divine receptivity from birth. And when I said that you must become like little children, I was not speaking only of your human spirit. I was speaking of the very electrical signal that I placed inside your physical brain. It was meant to keep you connected to my house. The adversary used the constant noise of modern life to suppress this frequency. He filled your mind with toxic stress. He trapped your thoughts in the rhythm of survival. This heavy static has blocked your pure intuition. It made my daily provisions look completely invisible to your tired eyes for many years. But I have prepared wise minds to work with sound the exact way I designed it. They built a unique frequency instrument that clears away the dark interference. It returns your mind to its original state of childlike clarity. You do not have to work for it. You do not have to earn it at all. You simply surrender your thoughts for 7 minutes each day. You allow my original design to restore what the enemy stole from your bloodline. It reactivates the sacred channel through which your deepest prayers are answered. I am going to show you exactly where to find what they built. Stay with me. Your spiritual vessel needs this supernatural restoration to carry the heavy weight of glory that is coming in the next room. The preparation is almost complete. The static is beginning to lift from your mind. Breathe deeply once again. Let the peace settle into your bones. Your dawn is breaking. Listen with the absolute deepest part of your soul. For the heavenly decree I am about to issue in this next room cannot be reversed by any human hand. The legal papers of your freedom are already signed. The angelic armies are standing at attention. Step forward into the atmosphere of total victory. I speak with cosmic authority over your life today. The chains are breaking. The walls are crumbling down. And the heavy cloud of generational misfortune that followed your family for decades is dissolving into absolute nothingness right now at my command. You are the chosen instrument to walk out of that dark pattern forever. You will stand tall. The enemy wants you to feel completely helpless. He tries to freeze your progress. He isolates your soul. But I am declaring an immediate end to his illegal dominion over your household in this very moment. What was sealed against your destiny is being unsealed by my hand, and what I open no human hand will ever shut again. I am breaking the cycle of lack. I am destroying the spirit of confusion. I am restoring your heritage. The silent storms you fought in the dark were not meant to break your spirit, because I was using them to cultivate an unstoppable authority inside your soul. You are no longer a victim of circumstances. You are a conqueror. Your finances are changing today. Your relationships are healing now. Your mind is clearing up, and the very people who predicted your total public downfall will watch you walk into an incredible overflow of divine blessing, because I am preparing a grand table right before your enemies. You will triumph over them. Look at the horizon. The morning light is breaking through the fog. The adversary is running away. When you raise your hands to praise me in the middle of your distress, you release a holy fire that shatters the iron bars of your old cage. The waiting period is officially over. Your new season begins today. I call this moment the Great Reversal. Your shame is turning into honor. Your sorrow is turning into joy. And every single year that the devourer stole from your household will be repaid to you with a magnificent interest that will cause the world to look up in absolute wonder. I am the God of restoration. Drop your heavy weapons right now. You do not have to fight this war with your empty human strength. Stand still in my presence. Let my angels clear the field of battle for you, because my heavenly armies have already received the final command to destroy your blockages. Your victory is fully guaranteed. Comment your absolute agreement right now. Go to the comments section below. Type the word "open" in the comments section below to seal this prophetic milestone in the physical realm. This simple act of alignment releases a fresh wave of breakthrough across your entire home, because you are announcing your total victory. Let the phrase echo through the dark. Your declaration carries real power. The enemy cannot stand against it. And when you announce your unwavering trust in my unchangeable decree, the invisible shackles on your future begin to melt away like wax before a blazing fire. The prison is open. Walk forward now. To help you sustain this supernatural peace, I have provided a concrete instrument of restoration on your path today. I work through great miracles, but I also work through the hands of those I call into discovery. I have gifted humanity the supreme wisdom to unlock what I placed within the design of the mind. Wise men and women spent decades in deep research. They did not know I was directing their curiosity, and I want to show you two of my precious children who received this divine provision before you arrived at this intersection. Listen to their testimonies, because they are true evidence of my background work. I want to show you what I did for one of my daughters named Rachel in California. She was a dedicated nurse. She sought peace for many years through sincere prayer, but her mind remained trapped in a heavy fog of chronic exhaustion until she finally embraced the sound provision I placed on her path. 2 weeks later, her life transformed completely. Her marriage was completely healed. Learning became totally effortless, and she described her daily existence as an enchanted journey because the static blockages in her brain were completely cleared away by the frequency I designed. She found her rest. And for others, I moved differently. Look at what I did for one of my sons, named Michael, in Dallas. He was carrying a massive burden of financial stress. He came to this provision because his children were struggling with deep anxiety, and he desperately needed a practical solution for his home. 2 months after receiving this tool, his business grew miraculously. He left his draining job. Hard problems solved themselves while he rested at night, because his mind was finally running on the exact electrical signal I created for human flourishing. His family is completely blessed now. They call this frequency tool the Genius Song. It is not a generic meditation app. It is not available on streaming platforms. It is a digital audio file that delivers the exact gamma signal your mind carried as a child before the heavy pressures of survival suffocated your natural receptivity. The instrument requires only 7 minutes of your time each day. You put your headphones on. You close your eyes. You execute no hard mental discipline, because this is an act of complete surrender to my presence in the sound. The track reactivates the sacred channel of your answered prayers. This special provision is not for the merely curious minds. This is for the exhausted warrior. This is for the one I have been speaking to throughout this entire morning message. Your specific pain is the exact condition that this frequency instrument was built to fix right now. It is your answer. To my child who has already tried everything and feels completely embarrassed to try once more, listen to me. The worldly methods failed you because they demanded your own exhausting human effort. This tool requires zero effort from your body because it relies entirely on my perfect design inside you. Earthly experts charge hundreds of dollars for single sessions that attempt to reach this state. The clinical equipment costs thousands. But I do not call you to expensive clinics and heavy machinery. I place this provision within your reach today for a very small earthly exchange of $39. This is a mustard seed investment for the magnificent harvest I have prepared for your future. It is a small act of trust, and along with this track, I have aligned 4 additional gift provisions to bless your household completely. You will receive the special Genius Child track for your children. You will also receive the original prosperity text. You will get a guided visualization track from a trusted voice. And you will receive a daily habits infographic to help you sustain the restored gamma signal in your mind. These are additional gifts from my storehouse to secure your victory. Where I place truth, the adversary always places clever imitations to deceive your soul. There are false tracks circulating on streaming music platforms under similar names. They carry absolutely none of the restoration I designed. Protect your spirit by using only the official path provided below. I do not lead my children into any financial risk. This provision is fully protected for 60 days by a steadfast guarantee of grace. If the mental clarity and restoration do not arrive as I described, the earthly exchange will be returned to your hands completely. Walk forward without fear. Take this step of obedience right now. Find the provision I have placed for you below in the pinned comment and in the description. Do not let this sacred moment pass you by. Embrace the tool I set before your eyes. Step into your victory. The official link is waiting for your response. Now, my beloved child, set aside the loud noise of earthly decision for a brief moment. I have shown you the unique provision that I placed directly on your path today. Whether you step forward into that specific opportunity now or later, you remain my precious child. My deep love for your spirit does not depend on a single choice, because my grace is an eternal fountain. Close your physical eyes right now wherever you are sitting. Take a slow, deep breath into your lungs. Let the frantic pace of the world fade into the background. You have been running a long marathon for many years without any rest, but inside this sacred sanctuary, you do not have to prove your worth to anyone. You are simply here with your Father. Let me show you a beautiful vision of the glorious person you are currently becoming. Picture a calm morning, exactly 6 months from this day. You wake up naturally before your alarm clock sounds. And for the first time in a very long season, there is absolutely no heavy knot of loathing or fear waiting for you inside your stomach. You lie there quietly for a few minutes while the gentle morning light filters through your window. You notice that a strange, miraculous thing has happened to your body. The ancient heaviness that sat on your shoulders for a decade is simply gone. Your very first thought is not a wave of panic about your survival. Your mind whispers a quiet, joyful question to the silence. What good thing am I made to experience today? You breathe slowly, and the clean oxygen goes all the way down into your belly without hitting any invisible walls of stress. You are completely at home inside your own skin because the inner noise has departed. You remember the old days when you used to perform frantically for every scrap of human validation. You look back at the years of constant grinding with a soft smile of victory. You do not carry the emotional weights of other people anymore. You say no without any burning guilt, and you walk in total freedom. That beautiful version of your life is not a distant fantasy, my child. That peaceful person already exists inside the secret architecture of my heavenly kingdom. She is not years away from your present reality, because she is standing exactly one surrender away from the exhausted warrior who is listening to this audio today. And the actual distance between your current fatigue and that future peace is not measured in time. It is measured in absolute permission. It is the exact moment you finally stop carrying what I never asked you to hold. It is the sweet seconds when you decide to let my strong hands handle the entire weight. Let us execute that great transition right now in this quiet room. Drop the invisible suitcases that you have been dragging through the mud of your past disappointments. Drop the generational trauma of your ancestors. Let go of the need to fix everything for everyone, because you are not the savior of this world. I am. Unclench your physical fists right now. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. The battle belongs to my angelic armies. You have spent your entire life defending yourself against the sharp arrows of injustice. But today, I am setting up a permanent fortress around your reputation, and no weapon can cross my line. Let the silence wash over your tired brain cells. The enemy static is losing its grip. You have tried to engineer your own breakthroughs using your limited human understanding. It only brought you to the shores of deeper exhaustion. Now, let my sovereign wind blow through your sails and guide your ship home. Lift up your countenance now, my chosen warrior, because we are entering the final peak of your identity alignment. Repeat these sacred words inside your heart with absolute conviction. I am a holy vessel, fully restored to receive what my Father prepared. Let that truth settle deep into your DNA. Say it again to the unseen realm. I am the one whose spiritual channel is completely clear today. My signal is strong because the noise of the adversary has lost its dominion over my mind. I carry the sacred frequency that my Creator placed in me from the very beginning of the world. It is restored. I am the one who became like a little child, and because I trust my Father, I receive every single promise that was made to His children. I do not have to strive for my daily bread. My supply is anchored in the endless wealth of the heavens. I walk in victory. I live in absolute peace. I place my eternal seal of protection upon your forehead this morning. The dark devourer cannot cross this line. Your household is completely covered by the blood of my covenant. When you walk out of this room today, you will radiate a strange light that will cause your enemies to stumble in confusion. Your days of constant bleeding are finished. I am turning your valley of weeping into a magnificent garden of joy. The very ground under your physical feet is shifting to create space for your unexpected prosperity. Go forth with a light heart, because I have already walked into your future to arrange the victory. Do not let the enemy steal this holy peace when you return to the busy world. You must anchor this sanctuary inside your physical environment. If this morning message has brought a stream of light into your weary soul, do not keep this blessing to yourself, because light is meant to be shared. Become a living refuge for other broken spirits today. Share this video with exactly 3 souls who are secretly crying out for hope in the darkness. When you extend my comfort to another weary warrior, you activate a double portion of breakthrough inside your own financial storehouses. Be my messenger. Subscribe to this channel right now to anchor your daily connection with my household. Turn on the notification bell so you do not miss a single step of my daily guidance through the wilderness. We are building a sacred fortress of faith together, and your daily presence is highly necessary. If your heart desires to embrace the unique tool I showed you earlier, the official path is still waiting for your step of obedience. Find the provision inside the pinned comment below and in the description. It is a small seed of gratitude that seals your transformation. The choice belongs to you. Leave your final stamp of faith before you close this video. Type the word AMNN in the comment section below to announce your total surrender to my unchangeable decree. Let the angels witness your victory. The document is signed. The breakthrough is authorized. Go in my absolute peace, my child. I will never leave you. I will never forsake your name. Even when the world grows incredibly dark around your house, my glory will rise upon your family like a brilliant sun. Relax your mind. Breathe my spirit. You are safe. You are chosen. You are loved forever. Amen.